In the heart of a forgotten town, hidden behind a tangle of overgrown bushes and crumbling brick walls, stood the cinema of forgotten nightmares. It was a place no one dared to speak of, a relic of a time long past, where the air smelled of decay and the shadows seemed to move of their own accord. The locals avoided it, whispering tales of strange occurrences and unexplained disappearances. But I was always drawn to the unknown, the unexplained. So, when I stumbled upon the cinema while exploring the woods, I knew I had to step inside. The front doors creaked as I pushed them open, the sound echoing through the empty foyer. Dust coated every surface, and cobwebs hung like macabre tapestries from the ceiling. A faded sign above the concession stand read, "Now showing the forgotten reels." My heart raced with curiosity as I approached the entrance to the theater itself. Inside, the room was pitch black, save for the faint glow of an old projector. It hummed to life as I approached, casting flickering images onto the screen. The film was grainy, distorted, but what I saw made my blood run cold. It was a scene of a family sitting around a dinner table, laughing and smiling. But as the camera zoomed in, their faces began to distort, their smiles twisting into grotesque grimaces. The laughter turned to screams, and the screen went black. I tried to leave, but the door slammed shut behind me. The projector whirred again, and a new reel began to play. This time, it was a young girl standing in a forest, calling out for someone. As she walked deeper into the trees, the shadows around her grew darker, more sinister. Suddenly, hands reached out from the darkness, grabbing her and pulling her out of sight. The screen flickered once more, and the image changed. The next reel showed a man lying in bed, wide awake. He glanced at the clock on his nightstand, 3:33 a.m. As he lay there, the sound of footsteps creaked up the stairs. They were heavy, deliberate, and they stopped right outside his door. The man held his breath, but the door never opened. Instead, the sound of breathing filled the room, growing louder and louder until it was almost deafening. The man screamed, but his voice was drowned out by the sound of his own heartbeat. Then, the screen went black again. I was paralyzed with fear, unable to move or look away. The projector started once more, and this time, I saw myself. I was standing in the very same theater, staring at the screen in horror. The image began to warp and distort, and I felt a cold hand wrap around my shoulder. I tried to scream, but no sound came out. The screen flickered one last time, and everything went black. When I came to, I was lying on the floor, the theater silent and still around me. The projector was quiet, the screen blank. I stumbled to my feet and ran from the cinema, not stopping until I was back in the safety of my own home. But as I looked in the mirror that night, I saw something that made my blood run cold. My reflection wasn't alone. Standing just behind me, barely visible, was the figure from the first reel, its twisted face staring back at me with cold, dead eyes. And then, the lights went out. To this day, I wonder if I'll ever escape the cinema of forgotten nightmares. Because in that place, the horror isn't just on the screen, it's all too real. And once you've seen it, it sees you too.